You haven't heard of Free Britney at all?
No.
You haven't. So
I
there's.
saw a picture of her. Yeah, I saw a picture of her. I saw a picture of her in the paper. That's the kind of guy I am. I still look at the paper.
Oh God.
You look at the paper?
No, I'm not 85.
I look at the paper. I don't go to fucking Facebook for my news. I go straight to the Edmonton Sun, the source.
Oh yeah, the Sun. Oh, that's a great source of
the Edmonton
Oh my
Sun.
God. My favorite thing is the Edmonton Sun letters to the editor. They're just ridiculous.
Oh my God.
They've
Like,
gotten worse and worse over the years too.
I mean, we just talked about that. Like, imagine what your conservative base looked like in 1890, or you know what I mean? Like those lunatics.
Oh my God. If they had phones, we would be able to see just how, like, if they're gonna be able to see our history now because we
You found it.
you found
Jim
the
lost
joint.
a joint and he found it.
Woohoo!
That's sort of becoming a recurring theme on our podcast is people lose joints and then they find them.
We found them. But if they had like phones and stuff like but now the next people are gonna be able to watch our history, so maybe it will start getting better. Because I was like literally thinking about this today. I think that in the last like few years, everybody has been held account to like try and change their point of view. We've never had to like try to really change, but I think it's just so widespread and it's so easy to find information and everybody knows what's going on.
This cancel culture trying to change my words.
I don't like change.
And that's the weird thing about it is like, you know, most of us spend our whole lives in our homes.
Mm-hmm.
There's no cancel culture in my kitchen. I can say whatever the fuck I want when I'm doing dishes or whatever. I'm just screaming horrible things, you know, in my house. You know, so just take it into your home.
Do it in the privacy of your own home. If you have to be an awful person, do it in the privacy of your own home. Don't like include other people.
Think of words as winter. You know what I mean? You're mostly inside, and when you're out, just shut the fuck up and wear your jacket and be quiet. You know, I do whatever I want in my house.
Yeah.
But just don't do it online. Like, how hard is that? How hard is it to not insult?
Well, that's
like,
too hard
say
for a lot of
offensive
people.
things on the internet.
That's really hard for a lot of people.
It's very easy to do.
Yeah.
Just don't go on it.
You just don't go on. You know what? I always thought it was going to be hard, but then like I went through a little mental breakdown in February and I hated social media and I was like, I just stopped going on it. I'm like, it only took a day for me to not miss it.
It was probably like a picture you posted that only got 8 likes.
Never. That's never happened to me, Sean.
You're actually right.
I don't even know what that feels like.
I know exactly what it feels like to post something like, here's a picture of my kid at his grad, 1 like. I'm the only guy that can post a picture of me holding a baby my wife just had and gets 6 likes. Oh, that's weird. I have 1,200 friends and only 6 people liked it. That's fucking weird. I wonder if the algorithms are all fucked up. No, it's been seen by 80,000 people. And they scrolled on by.
They really scrolled on by.
Who's this fat guy with a baby? Gross. I don't know.
But the Britney Spears thing.
What happened to her?
Her dad had a conservatorship or whatever it's called, like when she went had her episode. So he basically has been controlling her life since she shaved her head.
Oh, okay.
And she kept on, like, for the longest time, she kept on saying, I'm fine, everything's fine. But, like, I don't know if you ever saw her Instagram. She's, like, has dancing things, but, like, she just looks disheveled and she looked, like, really bad. I don't know. It was just, you saw that there was something wrong. You could tell. Like,
it looks like she's been hit way more than one more time.
Yeah. Nobody was hitting her.
No, I know, but you know what I mean.
That we know of. But no, but then so she finally was in court yesterday, and there's been this movement called Free Britney, and I don't know if it started as like sort of a joke, but like it's actually turned into something like real. So her father has just been controlling her life since then, and she wants to have more children, and he will not let her take out an IUD. Like that's like sterilization. That's mild sterilization. Like that should be illegal. Here, she even said, "I hope my parents go to jail, or I hope whoever did this to me goes to jail because they should."
I mean, I like the phrase mild sterilization. You could still have 3/4 of a baby.
That's what my doctor told me.
Let's hope for head, missing feet this time.
My doctor told me that I might have a deformed baby if I try now, so don't.
Really?
Well, not in those words, but
deformed babies are still cute.
I'm sure they're still cute, but I don't even want a formed baby.
I don't even want a formed. I don't even want one with all this stuff on it. Oh, it's got a penis. Great. Now somebody has to teach it how to be a man. You don't have to teach. That's what I always say. Parenting, you don't have to teach like.
They'll learn
girls,
from their friends.
Yeah. Like, you know, girls don't have to be taught to be women. And
What
boys
are
don't
you
have to be...
talking about?
They don't have to be taught to be. They just, you just there you go.
We just wake up sassy one day.
Same thing for boys. Like, you don't have to teach them to be men. Just teach them to be nice people.
Yeah, everyone needs to be taught to be nice people. That's
just
true.
enjoy yourselves. I always find like my job with my kids is to make. I've done it now where they are over how annoying Tom Waits' voice can be sometimes, and just enjoy his music. That's one of my jobs as a dad. Is to have my kids be able to listen to Tom Waits and say, "Fuck, is that a good song?"
That's all you want your kids.
Instead of most people who are like, "What? Who sings this?
This is weird.
This is dumb.
This sounds like a Tim Burton movie."
I hate good lyrics. Fuck, do I ever hate meaningful lyrics? This is dumb.
But the Britney stuff, everyone's all up in arms about it right now. But I'm like, could anybody just go back and look what they did to Judy Garland? Like, they had her on drugs when she was doing...
Holy
like,
fuck, Kathleen, can we just... The past.
The past.
Why do people always have to keep digging up the past?
Right?
When it was your fault, you just leave it there. Right? Because there's something that happened today. There was another find in Saskatchewan.
Huge unmarked grave, 751 this time. And I love that. I don't love, that's a bad word. It's just interesting that this is
word, but not here.
Not here. It's not appropriate.
Love's a great word.
It's going to get even worse. And that's the thing is you're seeing Native people posting this is really all this, can you imagine all this time being like, hey, you guys murdered us, and everybody being like, shh, no we didn't. Right. Maybe.
Yeah.
And then finally people are starting to see it, and more people are believing everything because they have to, because they found all these bodies, and I don't know, it's just crazy. But I feel so awful for the Native community right now, because it's just being dug up again. Stuff that they were told to suppress and forget about is now being dug up again, and now they have to deal with it, everyone. And it's generational, because that's what happens when something bad happens. If something bad happened to one of your family members, it'll affect every single coming up. Of course people have problems with alcohol and drugs. That's how you forget about horrible, horrifying things. I don't know. I just
If you gave that answer at a beauty pageant, I would be like, yep.
No way.
I'd be like, that's a good one.
That was so
that
broken.
was a tough question. It's hard to ask a girl that when she's in a bikini.
That's why if I was in a beauty pageant, I get really stoned.
Do they ask the girl the question in the bikini?
No, they gotta wear a dress.
They're wearing a dress when they answer the question.
Yeah.
I think they should have to answer it in a bikini.
Of course you do. Girls think better when they're half naked. It's easier for me to listen when they're half naked. If I was in a beauty pageant, I'd get real stoned before the question, because that's when I think the best.
No, I don't know. Yeah, it's insane. There's going to be,
I just think
it's hard to think about, right? You feel bad. I think Catholic schoolgirl is definitely out for Halloween this year.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
I truly think that Catholicism is going to die away. It's going to start going away, because you can't be a Catholic and look at this and be like, it's okay. I still, they're still good people.
Well, and like Jim said, the other churches were involved too, right?
They're all involved. That's why, I tweeted today about, because when John Lennon said no religion, he had it right. Religion only brings sadness and
sadness. It's comfort, though.
For some people.
It's comfort.
But it's why can't I just never understood, because I've never been religious. So this is just my perspective, but I've never been religious. I don't understand anybody that wants to live their life by someone else's rules and guidelines.
Yeah.
Live your best life for yourself. Be the best person that you can be, but you don't need some light in the sky telling you right and wrong, because half the people that go to church,
then why don't you
do
just
whatever
murder
the fuck
everybody?
they want.
How come you're not murdering everybody?
Because
you
I'm
have
a
the
good
freedom
person.
to murder.
I'm a good person.
Well,
I'm suppressing those feelings
without
really
God,
well.
you could just kill. You could just murder everybody.
You could, and then just ask for
That's what's the
forgiveness.
greatest thing about religious people is always like, well, if you don't have a God, then why aren't you around killing? Anyway, check out this residential school where we actually murdered people, because that's what we would do if we didn't have. We would have done it way. So what you're telling me is, if you weren't a Catholic, you would have murdered way more fucking people.
Yeah.
Only God prevented you from all right, I'll only kill 2 this week. Jesus, he's always fucking up my ass.
You're making me cut back.
Jesus is always up my ass, making me kill fewer people than I wanted to.
I have an aunt that's very Catholic, and I was over at her, I've been posting about anti-Catholic stuff but we didn't talk about it, but I'm always that's the only reason why I'm trying to be as polite as possible on Facebook, because I know she's on Facebook, but I think that Catholics are on the same level as Scientology. I think that all of this stuff, and I think that anybody that like doesn't say that the Catholic Church is evil, not Catholics, the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church is evil.
The people too.
Not all of them. Like, I mean, and that's what, yeah, not all Catholics, right? But actually, you know what? Honestly, it's just like staying quiet when you know someone's raped somebody. It's the same thing.
I think we need to start ripping the cross, neck, if somebody has a cross necklace,
rip
it
off
down. Their fucking, just, there you go.
Rip it off
fuck
their
you,
neck.
you moron.
Yeah.
You old lady. You stupid old lady.
That's the saddest part is like it's an older generation that's all very religious, and like I understand religion. You have a
You'll
group
get there.
and stuff.
You'll get
no,
there.
I will never.
After your first angina attack. And you're like, I saw something. I saw a light. And Wendy was there.
That's why I've been scared to do
and
ayahuasca.
so was Eugene, which was weird because he's still alive.
He's still alive, but I guess I fell on him and he died. When I had my heart attack, I fell on him, and now Eugene's here with me. But that's why I was scared to do ayahuasca. Well, I don't want to shit and puke for a lot.
Yeah,
but,
I don't want to shit.
But
either.
I've heard that you can like find religion or something because you get this like opening. And I'm just like, I don't want to find religion. I don't
guess so. Like, are you a big believer in the magical powers of psychedelics?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think they work.
Huh.
I've talked to a few people that have done ayahuasca. We've talked to like Carrie's done it and David Schroeder, and they've all had very good experiences with it. And
you have to put the work in, which I don't wanna.
What work? Like the throwing, the throwing up?
No, that's not though. Like basically, you see a giant panda.
Yeah.
Like that's what the ayahuasca is like. You see a giant panda in a tree, and you go, "What the fuck am I doing here?" And then he goes, "To be you." And then you go, "Oh my God, I just have to be myself." Like, it's always the same shit.
It's true.
Right? Where it's like, what am I supposed to be doing on Earth? And then a voice said, you're already doing it. And you're, oh my God. Like, how come the voice never says, get a fucking job, you sniveling piece of shit? Like, if ayahuasca was real, it would sometimes grab somebody by the throat and go, you fucking
Idiot.
pussy.
Go kill yourself.
Go fucking murder yourself, you fucking loser. I've always hated you. And then the panda slowly backs away and you're like, oh no.
Oh no, I'm a
That was
terrible
$4
person.
grand. That was 4 G's to come to Peru. I could have done it in my neighbor's basement.
You can't do that now. That's more.
You can do ayahuasca. Do you want the authentic experience? I would rather have it given to me like it's like I'm at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're hallucinating, who cares if you're in Peru or you're in a basement?
I want to be like in a place like Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
And then be all those fucking things dancing.
But that's because we do psychedelics to make us have fun. We don't do them because we're so broken. We're broken and we know it.
Oh,
Clap
yeah.
your hands.
No, I mean, yeah, for sure.
But we like to do mushrooms. I like to do mushrooms because I have a good time. I'm so happy when I'm on them. So
I feel like I like it's the only when I'm on mushrooms, I feel like I'm Don Rickles.
Yeah.
Like when I'm on mushrooms, I'm
Can
just
we do
walking
one
around and I'm like, listen, you fucking.
We should do one podcast
I'm just like
where we
going
do
up
mushrooms.
to people, and I was like, hey, remember I was in Toronto one time, and normally I don't want to do stand up ever.
Oh yeah, that's
But
right.
we got on mushrooms, and I'm like, let's go to Spirits and check it out.
And you wanted to go spirits eye on
Let's
mushrooms.
go check it out. And then
You
I'm
were
walking
so
up to
into
other
it.
there's other comedians that I haven't seen in
And they're
years
like,
that barely knew me, and I'm like, nice tie, fucking nice tie, lose the cigarette. And he's like, I've been in the game 80 years. Who's this fat kid? It's like, I'm not a fat kid, loser. I'm Don Rickles. I'm burning everybody. I'm on mushrooms.
Can we do mushrooms
For some
and
reason,
do
I
a
just felt
podcast
bulletproof.
one?
Yeah, we could do that.
That'd be
like
really
a
fun.
psychedelics podcast.
Yeah.
We would never release it.
Why not?
Think about how fucking terrible it
No,
would be.
I did one when I did Kathleen McKee's Hot Mess. I did mushrooms with a friend, and we did
Did you
one.
wait until you were like fully...
We were pretty high, and it was
Panda,
really
what
fun.
am I supposed to be?
I've never
You're
seen a
already
panda on
being who you...
mushrooms.
Oh, thank you, Panda.
I've never hallucinated.
Why
All
do
I
they
see,
always tell you what you want to hear? Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
That's how you know the universe stuff is bullshit.
You're right.
Because the universe always tells you
it's
exactly
the
what you
same
want
with
to fucking
horoscopes
hear.
too,
It's the
because
same
you
with
always
God.
read horoscopes.
The
You're like, that's
universe-
true. I did feel that way
It's
before.
just fucking... We're just here.
Although sometimes I'll read about being an Aries and I'm like, that is me.
I do that. I am pushy, but I love people.
You're a Scorpio.
What are
which
Scorpios
is
good at?
bad. You guys
Oh,
are
Scorpios
bad.
are... Yeah, but nobody's ever like, oh, you're a Cancer, that's fantastic.
Yes, they
That
are.
means you're excellent at taxes and you love people. You always do your taxes on time.
Scorpios are supposedly like very awful people.
Really?
Yeah.
Like,
Like
what's the
and I'm
number
an
one
Aries and I
thing?
don't mix with Scorpios well. But I mix well with you. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
What is it? What is Scorpios? Do you don't know anything about Scorpios?
I don't want to misspeak and then have some
Oh,
astrology
think you can
TikTok
mi-
queen come
I-
on and be
we
like,
already-
listen, you don't even know anything about.
We already just fucking blathered about residential schools
That
with
we-
absolutely
yeah, like we
no
know it.
information.
Exactly.
So I think we can go ahead
do
and
blather
fucking
on.
shit on Scorpios.
Well, I've
and-
heard that Scorpios are. This is why I feel. Are you sure you were born when you were born?
Yeah.
Because like you don't strike me as a Scorpio. Because Scorpios are supposedly like very sexual. I'm like,
Oh yeah, that's me.
I'm like oh, let's look up. What are the traits of a Scorpio?
Love to fuck.
Love to fuck. Intimacy, sex, secrecy, power, and control are the main Scorpio.
That's it?
I don't think you were born when you said you
We
were
didn't
born.
get like generosity or anything. It's all that. Jesus
Wait,
Christ.
no, okay, Scorpios are known for being tough-minded and biting, but they also have lots of positive qualities that make them great friends and successful people overall.
Wow.
Determined is one of the most well-known Scorpio characteristics. Brave, loyal,
Determined, brave, and
honest,
loyal.
ambitious, jealous, secretive, and resentful.
Resentful. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Scorpios are born between October 23rd and November 21st. The Scorpio personality is often misunderstood, I guess I misunderstood, due to their intensity and their tendency to be harsh.
Wow. Maybe.
Nice tie, lose the smoke.
Yeah, exactly. Nice tie, lose the smoke. There
Hey,
you go.
lose the smoke, dumb tie.
Your Scorpio comes out when you do mushrooms.
That's what it is. My inner Scorpio.
Your inner Scorpio.
Universe. Are these jeans okay? Yes. You look good in jeans. I don't know. I couldn't do the ayahuasca. I just,
I just am
feels
scared of
weird.
barf. But I do like. A lot of people don't like hallucinogens because they don't like the feeling of not being in control, and that's the part I love. I love.
like not being in control?
I fucking love
No,
when
no,
I'm
no,
just
no.
like, I don't know how far this is gonna get.
I always just do housework and stuff.
Really?
Like, what the fuck did I do last night? And they're like, the dishes. It was crazy. Like, I'll just go and, like, I've blacked out a few times and I,
Yeah.
like, clean up.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Have you ever done MDMA?
No.
Okay, we gotta do MDMA too because it's so fun. I know you have kids, so maybe we shouldn't. But I did MDMA like in.
Nobody with children should do MDMA.
Yeah, well.
That's why you didn't have kids, so you could continue to
Yeah,
do
I just
hard
want
drugs.
to be a drug user. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
With no guilt. But I did them on New Year's Day once, and I remember I had them, and my cousin was with me. And my cousin's like, he's a big drinker, but he's not much of like a drug user. He's like very kind of like straight laced, but like he likes to
He's
have a
one of
good
those,
time.
it doesn't really work for me, guys.
No, he's not like that at
No.
all. He's like a very like chill, cool person, but he just never did it that much. But anyway, so I took some, and then I'm like, I took some MDMA, and my cousin looked at me and he goes, "Do you want me to come with you?" And I was like, "Do you want to come with me?" And he's like, "Okay." So I gave him some, and he went and did some, and then his wife shows up.
And then his wife.
We're all at this bar, and his wife is like also they're not, I don't know, they're not, straight laced isn't the right word for them, but they're just like smart people, so they don't
Yeah.
do stupid things.
They don't fuck in front of anybody.
Yeah, they're just like, anyway. So she shows up, and her sister's like wild and crazy like me, but she's just like a little bit more like subtle. And so I told them that I did MDMA and that Dan did MDMA, and then she was like, I want to do it too. So we were all high on MDMA at the Ship and Anchor in Calgary. And then we went to their, like, they had this, like, big loft right by the Ship and Anchor at that time. And we were there, like, dancing all night long. We were drawing kitten whiskers on our faces. I'm like, fuck, this is awesome. Like, this is what life's all about, doing drugs.
Drawing
The fun,
kitten
the happy
whiskers.
drugs, not the sad heroin where you go to sleep and...
But if you're a sad person, every drug goes sad. You know,
Yeah.
mushrooms always end sad for me.
Mhm.
I see somebody's, like, circulatory system or,
You,
like,
you hallucinate on mushrooms?
Yeah, I do get like, whoa, what the fuck's wrong with?
the
Why is
only
all your
thing I've-
flesh gone? And they're like,
What?
my flesh is gone.
The only thing I've ever experienced when I've eaten a lot of mushrooms is like the trees will be wavy and everything is quite sparkly, but like I've never like looked at him and saw like a skull, you know?
Yeah,
or
what
a
the hell
big
did we do?
panda.
Like we sometimes did Gravol or something.
You did Gravol?
Yeah, does anybody else?
Is
Did
that-
anybody else ever hit that
Does it
hard?
get you? What?
I think we did a bunch of Gravol. Yeah, we
My
would do that
friends and
sometimes.
I-
and hallucinate.
Rolled tea into Post-its and tried to smoke it and it was awful.
tea?
Yeah, we didn't know. We were like in elementary school.
No, Gravol gets you pretty messed up.
Really?
But then you're quite tired after. Let me
What-
see. Gravol as a Gravol Gravol.
Recreational drugs.
Yeah. Can you talk to the universe?
I've never heard that you could get high off Gravol. I had a friend that heard you could get high off nutmeg, so she snorted it and she got a sinus infection.
What is the thing you're looking forward to the most post pandemic? Like something that was closed down and is now gonna be open that you're like, I can't fucking wait to do that.
I don't even know. I'm so excited to just like go out and hang out with people without a mask. That's my biggest thing. I just want masks to be over. I'm so excited to go and walk into a store without a mask on. Like I would have been an anti-masker if I was a total asshole, but yeah, no,
Okay, yeah. Gravol can cause hallucinations. Yeah.
Really, if you take enough of it.
you got to take a lot of it.
Yeah,
This
but-
drug is sometimes abused because large doses can give you high and cause hallucinations.
But won't that fuck up something inside of your body if you take a bunch of it?
I don't think so. It didn't really. I got tired after, but I think I saw a Viking fucking a donkey.
What?
Yeah.
In Fort Saskatchewan?
In a field. Yeah.
In a field.
I saw like a Viking, full on like a giant Viking having
Yeah.
sex with a giant donkey.
Maybe that was your like inner.
I don't know what that means. You can look it up. Look it up on your hallucinant. So you're not looking forward to anything? What about
What
like
does it mean if you dream about watching a Viking fuck a donkey?
No, I wasn't dreaming about it. I was hallucinating on
I
gravel.
know, but I'm gonna say it's a dream.
Okay.
It's the same idea. What does it meaning of donkey? What dreaming about donkeys? It's,
I'm sure there's nothing for that.
a donkey
What
is
does-
one of the most stubborn animals in the world. About the interactable man. What? What? I can't read right now. Most often, a donkey seen in a dream is a sign that various events will enter your life, both sadness and joy, as well as a similar dream means that you will encounter obstacles on the way to that goal. Seeing a dead donkey in a dream means that
Dead dog.
that in reality you will make mistakes one by one. Hearing how the donkey screams, oh my god, there's nothing about fucking the donkey.
And then I woke up and my bed was wet.
It was just a wet dream.
Did girls ever have wet dreams?
Well, I don't think we
Why were they
wet
called
ourselves.
wet dreams?
Because you come in your pants. In the
I know,
middle
but
of
it's
the night.
this wet dream is even worse.
Because you have a dream that makes your penis ejaculate without you touching it, which is pretty magical. You guys should be proud of yourselves.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's weird.
I wish I could make myself come without
Did it-
doing anything.
Jim, did you ever have a wet dream?
Not that I.
Yeah, right.
I just remember that Beavis and Butthead called them nocturnal missions.
Nocturnal missions.
Nocturnal
That's better than
missions.
wet dreams.
That Beavis and Butthead.
Did you have wet dreams?
I don't. I think
None that I recall.
I believe.
You never woke up and you're like, ooh, gross.
I think I used to pee my bed and then just call it a wet dream. And they'd be like, "Fuck, is that wet?" And I'd be like, "You should have seen the dream. It was insane. I just came 9 liters. It smells like piss. Yeah, I don't know. Some cum does. It's because I eat so much piss curry.
Piss curry.
I don't know. I think I don't know. I don't know if I was. I don't think I was a bedwetter either.
No, I was into bedwetter.
Girls don't wet the bed, do they? Is there girl bedwetters?
Isn't
I
that what
always thought it
Sarah
was a guy
Silverman's
thing.
book is called? Bedwetter?
Oh,
'Cause
really?
she was a bedwetter?
I had a bedwetter sleep over at my house one time, and then he warned me, and I was like, "Well, it's not exactly snoring." You know what I mean? Like, he's like, "Oh, by the way, I
pee the bed."
I pee the bed," and I'm like, "Okay,
Yeah.
good night, I guess." And then just fucking pissed.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he brought his own sleeping bag. Like it's like obviously
my
like his
God.
fucking piss sponge.
Oh my
You know,
god.
it's like a fucking brief for teens.
Oh, he's just got a Depends sleeping
Yeah,
bag.
he just had a sleeping bag. But of course it seeps out. He took a full human piss.
Oh my
Right.
full human piss.
He didn't just like and then wake up.
It's
it was
always
like,
a lot more than you think it's gonna be.
because I think we're all bedwetters at heart, but like a little bit dribbles out and we go, "What the fuck?" And then we get up and we do it, and it might be like a little on our pajamas. But some people can just be like, "Yep, it's all coming out. Bye bye.
Good night.
Excavate, excavate liquid, all of it." Right.
I
out
had
of
a
their
boyfriend
penis.
that was like a sleepwalker, and he like once woke up and we were staying at his parents' house. We were on an air mattress in
That'd
the
be the
basement.
worst if he was like a sleepwalker and he peed, so like
He
just
did.
peed right in your mouth.
I'll tell you.
Oh my god.
So this time he was like,
Sorry for ruining this, by the way.
No. I woke up and he was like walking against a wall. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And I'm like, well, I didn't realize he was sleepwalking. And then he woke up, or like he didn't die, so that's a myth.
Thank God he was a sleepwalker.
Yeah, but then this is the other time that he did it. So I woke up because I heard pee, like I heard liquid being poured, and I woke up and I looked, and he's pissing in a garbage can next to my bed, and I was like, what are you doing? And he just like kept pissing, and he said, shut the fuck up. Like he just looked straight forward. And then I was like, are you fucking kidding? I was so mad. And then he just walked around the bed and got back into the bed. So I got up and I put the trash can in the bathroom.
Shut the fuck up.
Yes, exactly.
Is the awesomest thing you
I
could hear.
know.
Somebody's urinating in your garbage can in your room, and you're like, what are you doing? And he says, shut the fuck up. What an awesome dream response.
And then the next morning, he woke up and I'm like, what the hell was that? He goes, what are you talking about? I was like, you're such an asshole. You like were pissing next to my head, and then you told me to shut the fuck up. He's like, no, I didn't. And I was like, if you go into the bathroom and you find the pink garbage pail filled with piss, then you did. And he went
Wait a minute. So after it happened, he was like, you're crazy.
Yeah, he didn't.
What are you talking about? This
He
guy's
didn't know what I was
obviously
talking
done
about.
it his whole life.
I don't know. He never warned me when we started dating. I don't even know, like...
Other people have seen him urinate and been like, hey, Frank, last night you pissed, and they, you know, he's acting like it's like a
I
brand
think
new
like people
thing.
like think it's like when you're drunk you do that kind of stuff, because it does come out a bit more when he drank, like if he was drunk.
Okay.
But like the same thing with one of our friends, the one that walked into bed with my mom.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Sleepwalking and alcoholism does not mix.
No.
Because you just passed out from
Yeah.
doing a bunch of stupid things, and now you're right back up doing a bunch of stupid things.
Yeah.
You don't get a break. Like, you shit in my hot tub. No, I didn't.
The best part about that was my mom was so upset that this comic came in, took his pants off, and got into bed with her. But then later she found out that his uncle was part of a band that she was like a groupie for in the 60s, and she's like, well, it's fine then.
Oh my God.
Because his uncle is West D and the Rippers.
And was he West D or one of the fucking dumb rippers?
He was West D.
He was West D? Okay, yeah. That's true. West D and the Rippers. Holy shit.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna, are you going, this is what I've noticed, garage sales are back.
I know.
Is that good?
I just want to have one. I don't want to go to them. I just want to sell some stuff.
I can't have a garage sale.
Why not?
You want to have people going through your shit like
Yeah,
that?
and buying it instead of just throwing it out.
I don't have stuff. All the stuff I have is either currently in use or garbage.
Yeah,
I don't have anything that's like
in between.
not in use, not garbage. Those things don't exist in my life. It's either currently being used or it's in the trash.
That's good. That means you're not a hoarder.
Yo, no, I'm definitely not a hoarder.
Yeah.
But I don't have that sort of like, oh, there's that old xylophone. Oh, there's that. And then I did have a garage sale one time, and then you're like, you spend 9 hours putting stickers on things.
Yeah.
You're like, how much should that be? Oh, I don't know. How much should that keyboard be? Oh, that's it. And then you put like a $1 thing on it.
Yeah.
Somebody's like, fucking dollar! Your grandfather's
25
old
cents."
keyboard, his old Sanyo, he bought that for $840. And you okay? Like what? $2 then? That's right. You know, I hated it. Like my wife was like, "Oh, don't throw that out. We'll have a garage sale." And I'm like, "It's going in the fucking trash. We're not having a garage sale. I'm not having a sticker fight with anybody about putting the wrong sticker on. Like, that's my dad's old rocking chair."
If I had a garage sale, I would just be like, offer whatever. I don't.
And
want to
because
put
like
stickers
it's
on.
like people selling something that has like an emotional and
So they think it's more.
yeah, they have an
valuable than it is.
emotional and like just an attachment to it, and other people are rattling it around like it's
Yeah.
garbage.
Not even
you know?
just emotional attachment. Like, you know how much you paid for it and how much you used it. Like, if you paid $100 for something that you used once, and someone's like, "I'll give you $5 for it," you're like, "Well, fuck!" Like,
Yeah, like if you had, like you've got like a little toy that you've seen your son hold 150
oh,
times.
you're not gonna sell that in a garage sale.
Well, what are you gonna do? Keep it in a fucking plastic bag
Oh, I guess some
next
of
to
their
your
toys.
sniffing memories?
But I thought you were talking about gross. I thought you were talking about like whether they're like, every kid has like that toy that they hold on to forever.
Yeah, they're little. Oh, well, I think one of my kids is still like a blanket.
Yeah.
Usually blankets.
Yeah.
I was a blanket guy too.
My cousin had a blanket that was like, she kept until she was like in her teens. And she had it like, it was all tattered, but she would like, I'm like, wow.
Wow, you have problems. Wow, you haven't been able to let that go, huh? Well, wait till you meet your first boyfriend. Wait till the first time you fall in love. And you follow him down an alley
Oh
into
my
a crack
God.
hole.
Do you know what happened to me today? I was leaving work and I was turning right and it was my right away and this like guy on a bike just rode into my car.
On a bicycle?
Yeah, I
What
hit
the
him and I like pulled over and I was like, "Oh my God, are you okay? Are you okay?" And he's like, "Oh."
Shut the fuck up. And
Yeah.
he started pissing on your car.
But he didn't like fall off the bike, but I think he looked a little fucked up. Like he looked a little high. But
Yeah.
I don't know. But now I'm worried that I'm gonna get a knock on the door from the policeman, like hit and run. I'm like, I stopped. I pulled over. I tried to get him to stop.
No, he's not going to the cops.
Oh God, no. He was high.
The high cyclist?
Yeah.
Like, hi there, cops. I ran into this lady in a car. It was a beautiful rap.
Please charge her.
It was a beautiful rap job. I think I might have scratched
I was
the
a little
rap.
worried
You probably
about
were worried
the
about the
scrap.
rap.
I was a
Did
little.
you scratch my rap, motherfucker? You got to pay for a whole new wrap. That's the worst part about wrapping your car is you can't paint over the
No,
wrap.
you got to pay for a whole new one.
You need the whole kit and caboodle.
I got
And
it that
that's-
way.
Oh, because how much would it cost to wrap that motherfucker?
I don't know, maybe $2,000 or something.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
No.
You know what I mean? But it's
Yeah.
probably rust proof now.
I think so, but there are like some little nicks in it now. I took it to Bubbles. Never take a wrapped car to Bubbles because like came out and it had like a huge drag on the top. Like it.
That's
Anyway.
weird because they pay their people so well.
Oh, I'm sure.
So I don't understand why they wouldn't have attention to detail.
At a detail shop.
Can you imagine working at Bubbles?
Oh, no. Wearing those like overalls all day and like especially in the summer it's hot. No.
Oh my God, is that
And then just
disgusting.
having, and it's always, and only rich people go to Bubbles on a regular basis because it's like $100. Like I remember
Is it
last time
really?
we went, it was like $100. I was like, pardon me? Like when I paid, I didn't realize, I thought it was gonna be like $40, but she's like $100. I was like, for what?
I don't know what's more annoying, like a loony wash where
Yeah.
you have to keep putting fucking loonies
Yeah.
in, or a credit card wash where at the end you're like, well, that was $39.70. That was $39.70 I just spent to clean. I don't know if the car's worth that.
Dude.
I'm cleaning 39. Like, last time I did it, credit card wise, it was $39.70.
What the fuck? How long does it take you to wash a car?
I was doing everything, the mats, the
Yeah.
whole kit and caboodle,
Yeah.
cleaning it out. I don't give a fuck. They try to put those little like garbage cans with the lid where
Load
they
'em.
just have like a slot, like
Yeah.
you can only put mail in it.
Oh, I load it.
You know, they always do that where they're like, "Oh, don't take the lid off. Please put it in this. Put all your garbage in this fucking mail slot." Oh, I can't fit any of my chocolate milks. But I'm like, go fuck yourself. I pry that lid right off and just fucking cram it with 80 McDonald's bags. Fuck you, car wash. $39.70, you're taking it all. I don't even go to the dump first. I just take a fully loaded minivan there and fucking
Dump it in those
fill
little
all their garbages. And there's usually one teenager washing the bay nobody uses. They're like, "Pfft," and they just look over at me and they're like, "You're not really supposed to do that."
I'm going to clean
But,
that up now.
I mean, I got to take. There's some advantages to being unapproachable. And that's one of them. Where they're like, I really should do something about that man filling the garbages and taking. He's not supposed to take the lid off of our fucking shitty tiny garbage.
Do you think you're unapproachable?
I think so, yeah.
And like, if just like nobody knows you, you just.
Yeah, if in a moment of like somebody's supposed to enforce a rule, but they see it's me breaking it,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, I don't want to go talk to him.
I had this like old lady. I was at the post office on my way home, and I had this old lady. She had a cart with her from Shoppers, and there's no cart return. It's a mall. So then she was like, if I gave you $5, would you bless me by taking the card back in? And I was like, you don't have to give me $5. Like I'll just. And she shoved the money in my hand, and I'm like, she's like, no, it would bless me and bless you, bless. I'm like, okay, lady.
All right.
Like, but-
Jesus Christ.
But she was an older lady, but I said to her, I'm like, don't offer people money. People can just do this to be respectful. I was like lecturing her about like giving people money. I'm like, don't give away your money like that.
They keep sending me checks
Yeah.
for investments Troy made.
Oh
This
God.
money doesn't matter. For most of them, they're rich. These are boomers.
Oh, I
They're
know.
fucking loaded. Take
And
the
they sell their
$5.
house, they go to a
Take it.
condo, and they're millionaires.
Take the $5.
Yeah, I guess
Any
so.
boomer offers you $5.
She didn't look like she
Excuse
was.
me.
She looked like she was not doing well. Like she had like a 1990 Dodge Caravan. Like, and yeah, she was looking. She wasn't like she wasn't driving.
She
around
wasn't
in a
one of the
Mercedes.
hoity-toity
No,
ones.
she
Yeah,
was
like,
not.
this is my last $5, but
Yeah.
my legs hurt so much
I know.
that I
and
simply can't
she
return
wouldn't
this
let me give it
card.
back. Like I was like, I don't need this $5. Like I'm happy to
So you
help
did take it, obviously. Yeah.
Well, what am I gonna do? She wouldn't take it back. She like ran away from me. I'm like, okay, fine. I guess I could donate it to somebody.
I would just tuck it into her bra.
Of course you would.
I would take it and be like, honey, keep it. And then I'd open her blouse up a little bit and tuck it into her bra, and she'd be like, oh, she'd make that noise.
Yeah,
and
that.
she'd be all like, whoa, that's fascinating.
Yeah, that would make an old lady feel real good.
Because if you're an old lady, if you're 80, I look good.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was just thinking about that the other day.
Unapproachable.
I was thinking about that the other day because I have a friend that like really likes younger guys, like 18, 19, and I'm like, I've never been attracted to younger guys, even when I was like, I never wanted and Adam is younger than me, but he doesn't seem it. But
No.
But I always liked older guys. But then I was thinking about it, I'm like, if I still liked older guys, I'd have to like be banging guys in their 60s right now, because I used to like guys that were 20 years older than me, 10, 15.
He's in college, like. He's in a long-term care facility.
Yeah, he's like, I just thought of that.
I'm gonna go visit my boyfriend at Shaker's Oaks.
It's so weird.
Sneaking in through the fucking window.
And I'm not even saying I want to fuck 60-year-olds. I'm just saying that if I was still trying to...
Checking his undies before you blow him.
Oh, God.
Let's do a quick bum check, Trent. Let's do a quick bum. Oh, it looks like you're full. I'll go get the HCA. I'll get the healthcare aide to take care of this, and then once you're completely clean, I'll blow you.
That's why I like Father's Day, because Father's Day, everyone posts pictures of their dads. I'm like, hot dad, hot dad, hot dad.
So you got you lost. Well, I guess that's right. Yeah. So now that you're like 47 or something, like you're
40.
40s, now that you're 40, like 60's gross. Like so, it was 20 years older,
Well,
and then you hit a wall.
Like it's not gross. Like it's I just like I remember like being in my 20s and thinking that like guys in their late 30s and 40s were hot, and now I'm thinking if I still thought like that, I'd be like going into my 60s and 70s, and I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah, and then you're 80, and you're like, I can't find anybody.
Everyone's
there are
dead.
no 100-year-old men in this facility.
Everyone's dead.
I hate all these stupid young 80-year-olds with their
wanna-
jocular attitudes. They're not
That'd be
mature.
hilarious to have like
They don't know how to treat an old lady in bed.
100-year-old cougar that's talking about all the men in their 80s. Like, I'm naughty. I like a man
I
in his 80s.
like it when he's I won't touch a guy who's over 90. Makes me sick. And her friends are like, oh, Dot.
Oh, Dot.
You old fuck raisin.
Oh.
She likes it.
You just call an old lady a fuck raisin?
Yeah. I don't know if that makes sense.
I don't think it does, but it's funny. It does actually make sense because they do kind of look like raisins.
Yeah, they're raisins and they fuck.
We went and like took my grandma for a walk.
Just like grandma for a walk. I like how you made it seem like, I'm sorry my grandma got off her leash. Are you okay? How's your grandma?
My grandma's
How
off
does your grandma
leash.
get along with other grandmas?
My grandma's off leash.
Take her to an off-leash grandma park where they can just bounce off trees and fucking swap recipes with other stragglers. How do you make your crust? Oh, with butter. Me too. Universe, am I making pies right? Fucking get some 80-year-olds on ayahuasca. Universe.
You sound like
Who's
a game
keeping
show
my
host.
recipes?
You sound like a game. Show me giant panda.
But that's what ayahuasca is, kind of.
It is.
People just like, I want an answer, and it's like
They get one weird one and then they think it solves everything. I know.
No. And then you got to put the work in. I think the work is like therapy, yoga, milk. I don't know what it is.
Milk?
Diet, exercise, and a holistic approach to health.
Oh, you have to be all like that after?
I think that's what you're supposed to do. Yeah.
Well, no, then I don't want to do it. Thank you.
Yeah. You don't want to
Good.
eat
What?
good foods.
No, I'm like, yeah, I forget to eat all the time.
I watched the documentary about Gladiator, like do you like gladiators?
Well, I've never seen one fucking a donkey, but
Okay, well this was it always fucking strikes me with gladiators that
like real gladiators or Russell
yeah,
Crowe?
like like that movie kind of thing.
Yeah,
Like
but it was a documentary?
There was 10,000. Yeah, but there was like there's like 50,000 people watching this event. Like.
Mm-hmm.
Which is insane that it was think about how much more whenever people are like we're not that progressive, we have fucking progressed. That used to be sport.
Well, yeah, because
These
that's
guys
the
were
only
like, should
thing...
we kick around a ball? And it's like, nah, fuck it. Let's
murder.
murder. Like, let's bring in beasts.
Yeah.
Like, so it's 10,000 people, and the only way sport is interesting is if you have a rooting interest.
Yeah.
You have to care who wins, you know?
Well, it's the same as public hangings.
It's
They
weird.
used to do
Who are you
public
cheering
hangings.
for at the Gladiator event? Like, I'm there in my fucking Christian Surfs jersey.
I'm cheering for the lion.
And then they sit me next to a chick in a tiger hat. And she's like, go Tiger! And I'm like, you go ahead and fucking root for a beast to rip apart a man who's just been removed from his shackles. And then she's like, "You're a Slaves fan? You guys have never won shit.
Slaves are stupid.
I can't believe you cheer for the slaves. Ha, you loser. You stupid low-budget fucking goof. Cheering for the slaves. Take off that
Oh my
dumb
God.
slaves jersey and get this tiger hat on your head." I could just see some fucking dumb old bitch sitting on a stone step in a tiger hat, tiger pom-poms. He did it again. He ripped apart the slave. I love that tiger.
We have progressed from that. We have
We have
progressed from
definitely
watching
progressed
people
from, like,
die publicly. Cause
Tiger fans and Christian surf fans
Can you
fucking
imagine, like-
rattling each other's cage at an event.
that's what entertainment was, watching someone die, like between the gladiators
And
or
some of them,
the
like-
head chopping off or
Yeah.
the hangings.
And then there'd be fights to the death, and if nobody died, they'd be like, "Well, kill one of them." Like, seriously. So you fight for your
I
life.
didn't pay my money to watch no one get killed.
Somebody's got to die. Well, actually, I thought he won. That's a, ooh, that is, I actually would have killed the other guy.
I think sports teams should have to refund their fans if they lose.
You think so?
Yeah, because fuck them. I just think paying athletes what they pay them is fucking ridiculous.
I don't know. The guys who own it make more.
Yeah,
So it's all good.
it's all good.
It's all good. But I think they used to, like, so in the documentary, they showed gladiators, they put posters around town.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, the tiger versus the fucking whatever. And
Really?
it's like, the bear. So a guy would have to, like, you're a Christian slave, and you fucking, you have a spear, and you're fighting a giant bear.
Yeah.
And there's thousands of people watching. And you're just like, Jesus. Like, imagine that adrenaline rush.
Oh my god.
There's thousands of people, and they're all like, bear, 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 bear. And you're like, fucking road game. Time to fucking kill this bear.
What are the statistics of the animals beating the humans? Like, how often did they?
I think it was like Globetrotters. I think it was a Globetrotter scenario.
They
I
had,
think
like-
I think the Christian slaves were the Washington Generals of that time, where that music even played, like
Yeah.
that whistling, doo 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 doo, and then as they're getting fucking mauled to
Do,
pieces
do, do.
by the fucking tiger
Spinning
Globetrotters.
a tiger on his finger.
And they didn't even feed, like, the tiger, they would make the tigers and bears
Starve
hungry.
them.
They'd
Yeah,
starve them.
of course, yeah.
I gotta fucking fight a hungry, like,
That's not cool.
feed the fucker.
That's-
And then we'll fight.
That's mean for both of them.
Yeah, because he's hungry and he wants to eat me. I'm hungry, and that just means I have a depleted energy
System.
level.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't fucking be like, I'm gonna eat that bear, because
bear's
he's way
gross.
bigger than you. So he's thinking, I'm gonna eat that little fucker, and you're like, that big fuck is gonna kill me. It'd be crazy to be alive in that time.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to.
And that's what they did for fun on Sundays. It
I
was
know.
like fucking Gladiator Saturday night. Come on down and watch people be murdered over and over again. And then there's going to be fucking girls like you at home like, I don't even know why you go to that stupid shit.
Girls like you.
What is it? What did they win the
Did the
tiger win the fight?
Did he decapitate the guy?
Oh, she doesn't know anything about tiger murder.
Was he offside at all? Because I don't know what
She
offside
thinks there's
is.
offside in tiger mauling.
Was there a touchdown at some point?
When did we switch from, like, watching animals rip apart human beings to, like, let's just play soccer?
I don't know.
Because it happened.
It did.
One day we went from murdering each other for
well,
sport
How about
to,
we
like,
just kick this ball
yeah,
around and then
just
we
kick
all
it.
go home alive?
Yeah. People were like, that sounds boring. And it was.
There was probably some animal activist that was like, enough of this treating the animals.
Yeah, nobody cared about the Christian slaves. They were just like, I don't know if I like that tiger. That's bad for his diet to eat that many fucking Christians.
It must get really bitter and nasty.
Oh, well. I don't know.
Oh my god.
What the fuck's your problem?
Nothing. I gotta scratch this ticket. I'm high.
You're too high to do a
I'm
podcast?
not too high. I'm just stoned. I can't think of subjects to talk about.
Well, what do you like to talk about?
Nothing anymore.
Nothing?
Nothing anymore. Like everything is talked about all the time.
You should find my last podcast we were talking to Jim about our podcast is like more themed than a themed podcast.
It is? Oh, because we talk about the
Yeah, we
Holocaust
talk about
so
the same
much?
fucking things
Over and over?
over and over again. We just riff on everything. We just kind of riff on everything. And it's like, it ends up being the same 4 things over and over.
Yeah, before we start talking, we're like, I think I've told this 8 times before, but I'm going to tell it again.
Yeah. And passive listeners are like, that's pretty funny. And anybody who's like listened to all of them is like, Jesus, fuck.
A dude
Get a guest.
A dude came into the restaurant.
Talk to somebody else.
A dude came into the restaurant today, and he's like, Kathleen. And I was like, what? And he's like, oh, I like your podcast. I'm listening to your podcast right now. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I'm listening, and I can hear you now, and it's weird. I'm like, okay.
Who is that?
I wish, I feel bad I don't remember his name, but he was very nice, and I appreciate
Is
it.
somebody who you should have known?
I don't know.
Well, he's going to love this podcast.
I know, I'm sorry. Hey, listen.
Some guy. Oh, isn't that great?
He was so nice, though.
Oh, I bet he was, but you don't know who the fuck it was, so who cares?
Well, he had a mask on. And anyway, I feel really bad now.
Nice people you can't remember. That's the great thing about being nice. Nobody remembers you. That's why assholes love to be assholes, because everybody's like, you know.
You cannot forget that.
You know what Rob did. Oh, Rob.
Rob. Oh, my cat.
Oh, your cat jumped. Jesus. Right.
She's fat. Okay, fuck off, you guys. She's having trouble. We put down.
Guys, fuck off. She's having trouble.
She's so fat, though. I keep trying to, like, and I don't want to starve her or anything, but I keep trying to cut back.
Yeah.
But
you just cut the legs off your couch so she can still get up for her pets and stuff.
When she runs down the stairs, I laugh so hard because her ass is so fat. She's like, but I also like fat cats. They're so cute. Well,
did we win anything?
I don't know. I didn't win any of the. Nope, we didn't win anything.
Fuck.
I didn't win even.
Day.
I didn't even win the Lotto Max, which pissed me off because I was ready. I was ready to win.
See, that's how you know. I don't need ayahuasca. Like if I won 50 million and somebody's like, "You want to do ayahuasca?" I'd be like, "I don't need it anymore." I just lost the need for that.
No,
I don't know if you heard this, but I just won $50 million. I don't need to do yoga. I don't need to do a health retreat. I don't need to do fucking any meditation. I don't need ayahuasca.
I can finally live my life the way I want to, doing nothing.
I'm perfectly happy. Time, money is happiness. People say time is money, but I don't think so.
No, money is happiness. When people, money can't buy you happiness, it fucking can.
Even people say time, I think that's one thing that we maybe hopefully have learned from the pandemic is like, we used to kind of be those people of like, time is money.
Yeah.
If you're not earning, you're fucking garbage. And it's like, no, it doesn't really have to be that way.
Well, so many people found out that they could work at home and they'd be done in their whole workday in 2 hours. And it's like, why am I sitting in an office for 8 hours because you say I have to be there from 9 to 5? I can do my job.
I think you kind of need, but don't you need the social interaction? Like, wouldn't you fucking...
but you can have social interaction and not go into an office. Like, you can find other things. Like, I think it's cool. Like, a lot of people...
What's going to happen to you when there's robot waitresses?
And I'm not going to waitress anymore.
Hello, I am Kathleen. And you'll be like, fuck.
I saw the girl at, I was at London Drugs and that they had all self-checkout and nobody goes to the cashiers anymore because who wants to interact with someone, right? So this girl just stands there. That's her new job. She just stands there and watches the machine that took her job. And she just wipes it off. And then,
wouldn't that be funny if you were working at a restaurant and you just had to hand tacos to a robot waitress and then she went and got the gratuity? Thank you for the gratuity. And then she just comes back to you and goes, eat, and then puts it in her fucking metal pocket.
The robots are coming. It's totally going to happen.
Oh, yeah. You're going to get taken out hard. But yeah, you're right. It is hard to be like at Walmart, like, boop, 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 boop. And then you look over and Mr. Self-Checkout. I don't know. I'm over that.
You don't like self-checking out?
I do the self-check. I'd have to have over 100 items not to self-checkout.
Yeah, like you're not, and you don't want to be social in the best of times, like especially at the grocery store. That's an easier way to buy stuff that, I don't know, stuff you don't want to have to make the cashier
IUDs.
IUDs. I remember
morning after pills.
When I was a cashier, there was this guy. They would always come in younger guys to buy condoms, and they would buy eggs and milk and all these different things, and then condoms would be just hidden in there. Ooh, I'm not gonna see this. I always wanted to be price check on extra small condoms.
No, God, don't. Price check on extra small condoms. That would have been funny.
It would have been funny.
Price check on XS condoms. Just let them figure it out. XS extra. You know what I mean? If you just said, don't worry, I'll keep this on the down low.
Yeah.
XS condom check. Price check on this. Can I get somebody from who even do you have you ever bought condoms?
Yeah.
Really?
I bought Magnums once because I had to, and the cashier was like, "Oh, okay, good for you," and I was like, "Thank you."
Did she say good for you or just
yeah, she said good for you.
Good for you.
Women speak our own little language, okay?
Yeah, guys do too.
Yeah.
It's called just looking at each other and going, yeah. There you go. Yep. Just nod,
Yeah.
a nod, and yeah.
There you go.
We don't need our own language. Words are overused.
Words are overrated.
There's too many fucking words. People are saying
Just
them.
a nod will do.
Just a nod. Why do people talk when a nod will do?
Next podcast, we're just gonna sit here like,
Yep.
yep,
Hello.
agree.
Good to meet you. Nice to meet you, young fella. I don't like meeting people. I don't like small talk or big talk, any talk.
Me neither. Some days I'll feel like I'm more social than others, but most of the time I'm just like, I don't want to talk to anybody.
If somebody knocks on my door, I'm like, oh,
Oh God, I
fuck
hide.
you.
If my doorbell rings and I'm not expecting anything, I'll hide.
And now that's funny too, because you don't
Like,
hear
turn
a
on
lot
the
of
TV
people.
bit.
You don't hear a lot of people talking about it, but since Kenny's back,
Mm-hmm.
now you can do door-to-door sales again, right?
Oh, you couldn't do that before?
Right, the NDP stopped it. You couldn't do
Fuck,
door-to-door
I knew
sales.
I liked the NDP for some
You couldn't
reason.
do door-to-door sales under the NDP fucking flop regime, communist takeover. But
now-
now they're back under Kenny. They're back because he loves business. He's pro-business right at your front
Yeah.
fucking doorstep.
Pro-business.
Business right at your door. Let's do business right on your doorstep.
And now there's an election in Edmonton, like for city election, so all the politicians are out knocking on doors and
Oh,
like,
God.
hello, I'm running in your neighborhood. Can I tell you about my ideas? No,
No, I don't. No.
I don't want
Give me
to.
a pamphlet and
Yeah.
I'll throw it in the garbage.
I just will not answer my door unless I'm expecting something.
I'm never expecting anything. You know what I mean? Low expectations. But people will knock on my door quite a bit, and sometimes I don't even go.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, because there's kids.
Oh,
like,
you-
they'll be knocking, and you
Yeah,
can always
yeah,
tell
yeah.
when a kid's knocking because it's like pop, pop, pop.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's like fucking back of their fist on glass. Pop, 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 pop. Like no adult does that.
No, that's
Adults
like
don't do that.
that's
And
a-
door-to-door salespeople don't do that. Pop, pop, pop. I just want to check your bills.
that's something that I do not miss by not being a parent. Like I remember, like kids would just like walk into your house, or I was babysitting a kid once. This one kid just came over. I'm like, "Who are you?" I'm like, "Oh, I just live down the street." I'm like, "Okay." Or
I'm not babysitting you.
we were in my brother's backyard, and this kid that's in the neighborhood comes back and he goes, "Barbecuing, I see." What are you barbecuing? Hot dogs? And my brother's like, "No steaks. Go away." He didn't say go away, but he's like, "Go
Were you a
find
good
your mother."
babysitter?
Oh yeah, I was probably pretty good. I don't know. I was nice.
Were you nosy? Did you look through people's stuff and find
Sometimes.
vibrators and magazines and stuff?
I found penthouses at this one house that I used to babysit all the time. That's how I first started reading penthouse letters. Oh yeah, I loved babysitting.
You started
there.
reading penthouse letters as
Yeah.
a young girl?
I was probably like 15. That's not that young.
And were penthouse letters from a girl's perspective?
Most of them are from a guy's perspective, which
Yeah.
probably it probably helped shape my
It molded a young
horrifying,
Kathleen. It
horrifying
did.
like aggressive behavior.
Yeah, you read those stories way before you should have.
Yeah, and I
Everybody
was like,
else
"Oh, this
just
is how it works." Okay,
Everybody else is just like reading cartoon stuff.
and I'm reading
And you're
penthouse
just porn,
letters.
just straight porn letters. Her reading comprehension is fantastic, but the stuff
At
she
least
talks
I was
about.
reading porn. Okay, at least I was reading
Yeah,
porn.
you were reading porn like a good girl.
Yeah, I wasn't looking at pictures. Well, there were pictures, but I was reading. The written stuff was much more interesting than
See,
the pictures.
yeah, because guys are visual, right? So
Yeah.
we're like, those letters to us were like, obituaries. It's like, I'm not going to fucking read the obituaries, thank you very much. Let's look at the pictures of these girls that look all the same.
I feel like most of those stories were made up too.
What?
You'll never believe it happened to me.
And then she blew me
Yeah.
for the third time on the boat.
Oh yeah. I used to love babysitting rich people's houses because they always had the best snacks. I'd eat
They
lots
did.
of their snacks.
But they also monitor everything.
Oh no, they don't.
probably
not,
have, like-
not back then.
They probably have like a Sharpie line inside of a cracker box. Where you're like, are they fucking monitoring the cracker intake in this fucking house? I found rich people were more like, poor people are like, take everything. We don't have anything. Take it all. Rich people are like, I fucking didn't get rich by not measuring cracker levels. I don't know why I laughed at that.
I
That
left
was
a
pretty
kid
stupid.
once because she was throwing shit at me, and she wouldn't stop throwing like a glass. She threw a glass at me, and it was like the kids down the street, and I don't know, she must have been 10 or something, but I'm going home. You're by yourself now. And I went to my house and I called the parents and I was like, your daughter's throwing things at me and I'm not at your house anymore. She's all alone, but I'm not putting up with that.
I like how you didn't, like, I'm outside, so she's still safe, but I can't be in the same room as her. You were like, I'm at home, your daughter's alone,
Yeah.
go fuck yourself.
That's how I felt because I was like, I couldn't believe this kid. She was a psycho. She had like a little brother that was really fine, but she was like she would like throw stuff at and then laugh and like, I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Some kids are capable of wacky outbursts.
I only babysat for them once, never again.
So what are you doing? Do you have any shows to promote?
Well, my comic strip week is after your comic strip week, I think.
Okay. And what are you doing this week? You have shows, right?
No, I'm going to BC.
Oh,
and
that's
I'm gonna
right.
lie
You
in
want
a
to BC with Adam.
backyard.
Right. That's
Yeah.
gonna be fun.
It's gonna be nice and relaxing. Hopefully the dogs don't puke on the way there. All over us.
Oh my god. Fucking disgusting. Cat
Disgusting.
puke. Fucking little cats.
You were so funny. You were like, my kids haven't even puked on me.
Yeah.
My kids have.
Oh well.
Did you puke on Uncle Sean? Yes, and
What number fucking podcast was this?
169.
When are we shutting it down?
Never.
Like, fuck. Jesus.
We got to do
Christ.
our mushroom one, and I think
Oh yeah, we
should
do have to do a mushroom.
I think we should do a live one in this backyard. It's
a
good
live
backyard.
mushroom one.
Oh yeah, yeah, that'll be
Nights
good.
and white satin.
Everyone has
Everyone
to
will
take
be proud to.
mushrooms.
Everyone leave. Everyone leave. Everyone please leave.
You gotta get out
Sean
of here.
needs you to leave.
Sean's freaking out.
Sean, nobody can come in the backyard. Sean can only see circulatory systems. He can't see skin anymore, so he needs everybody to leave. All he can see is muscles chattering. Ha 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 ha. Sinewy, muscly mouth, jawbone.
You sent me a text that
Eugene.
was like this afternoon that made me anxious. Like when you said, because you picked up those things for me, and then you're like,
from Northern Queen.
oh, should I say hi? Should I not? What's her? I'm like, you're making me anxious just reading your anxious.
Well, no, because
text.
you were just like, well, you just want him to leave it outside? I'm like, well, no, I'll say hi. Like
Yeah, you're like, I don't want her to think I don't want to talk.
I don't want anybody to think like So just, and then I was like, so just if they want to open the door, then I'll say hi, and if it's outside, then it's outside. And you're like, oh my god.
And that
like,
was the text, and I was like,
Jesus
I'm getting an anxiety
Christ.
attack reading
Like,
his.
Just go pick up the fucking candies and come out here. You don't have to make this into a goddamn thing.
Yeah, it's just our sponsor, Northern Queen, being cool.
Yeah, they've never given us a winning ticket.
I think we got a
Lottery ticket.
$2 winning one once. We gotta start buying our own again. I don't trust
you guys
them.
should do an intro.
We should do
Oh
an
yeah,
intro
do
now.
an extra.
We'll do it.
Let's do our podcast.
We'll do a back
extra.
end intro.
Yeah, welcome to Dead Baby
Thank you
Bear.
we're
been
so
listening-
excited.
You've been listening to Dead Baby Bear on the CHO network.
Show. Show.
What do they call it?
Comedy here often.
Oh, comedy. Yeah.
Chop.
Show.
Chop. Not
No, it's
show.
not Chop.
Yeah. Comedy here often podcast network.
But is it? I thought it was
Chop.
comedy here often.
Comedy CHOP
Oh,
Chop.
I didn't know there was the P on the end.
Stands for podcast.
podcast
Oh, okay.
or Podload in our
In our
case.
Do we say Podload?
we do.
We did a long time ago.
And it still does.
Have you forgotten everything about
Oh
us?
my fucking god! I don't
When is our
remember-
anniversary, Sean?
I don't fucking remember any of it. I don't remember a goddamn
Of course
thing.
you wouldn't remember
I
anything.
barely know my kids' names. I don't know anybody. Is this Dottie or Eugene? I'm losing my goddamn mind.
Misgendering animals.
Stop misgendering animals. Oh, poor
Oh,
Eugene.
he's so happy.
Well, you know, those are the people that annoy me too. And they're like, oh, yes, animals do love me. Look at him.
I'm a dog person.
Look at him. He loves me. He can tell that I'm a good person. Universe, does this dog know that I'm a good human being?
You're petting him.
Yes.
He's like this prime.
I'm going to tell you what you want to hear again.
He's
I'm
smiling
you.
though. Oh,
smiling?
yeah, he's smiling. It's really cute.
Well, Dottie really loves Jim. Dottie wants to go home with
Yeah,
Jim.
Dottie wants to date Jim.
If I took Eugene home, he would just whine for 2 years before he totally forgot you and moved on and was fine.
He'd miss me. He'd run home to me.
No, he wouldn't. He would have no fucking idea where you were. He'd be so far away. He'd be
You put him in a
Fort
burlap
Saskatchewan.
sack and he wouldn't be able to see anything. Yeah,
Just
we're talking about kidnapping you.
Float him down the river.
He's smiling while you're talking about. Oh my god, he's so cute. My dogs are so cute. It's crazy.
Oh, God.
At least dogs always stay cute. Kids turn into adults and the cuteness fades. These things will always be
Yeah,
cute.
but then when they're adults, they can take care of you. Or is Eugene going to fucking visit you in the hospice?
Sure. He's
No.
going to be in the hospice with me.
When you're like, I don't have any money left, Eugene? Is he going to be like, don't worry, I'm a dog lawyer? You just need one kid to go to law school.
That's
and then
true.
You don't have to. That's your RRSP.
Yeah, my poor parents. Like, my brother could have played in the NHL if he didn't fuck his knee up, and I didn't get anywhere successful. We both took chances and then didn't pay off.
That's the thing that sucks about comedy versus athletics is like I wish that I could say comedy didn't work out because of a knee injury.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be like, oh yeah, I tore my MCL in 2018.
I could have made it. I could have made it.
I moved
to
to
the top.
LA. I was doing pretty good with the open mics. I was passed at the store, and then I fucking blew my knee out,
getting up on stage one
and,
night.
They never let me up again. I tried a couple times, but I was hopping around up there like a lunatic. Nobody laughed once.
Annoyed with my brother not making the NHL because it costs so much money to play hockey. Like people, when you play elite hockey, those people are paying so much money. So yeah, when they hit the, I love it when they show dads crying at draft day. I'm like, yeah, he's crying because he's like, finally, I can get my money back. Like,
and he's gonna be in every interview like, I'd like to thank my dad for like going to practices.
taking me at 5 a.m. to the rink.
And now he can spend the rest of his life pretending that it was all his ideas that got me to the NHL.
My brother used to have outdoor games in Edmonton in the winter. Outdoor.
What the fuck? What was he? What are you, 90 years old?
Yeah,
when he
very
played his
old.
games? Like,
I
that's
guess. I don't
crazy.
know. I just remember going to outdoor rinks and eating those strawberry marshmallows.
Well, it's a good thing this wasn't a live one because the crowd would have fucking hated it.
They would have been asleep by now.
They would have been so
I almost fell asleep halfway through.
Yeah, this is like, I'm tired.
We're low energy today.
Well, that's the thing when you're in your 40s and you're trying to do the second podcast in 1 week. Because we did the last one on Sunday, right?
Like, what else are we going to talk about?
Yeah, so it's sort of like, not enough time has passed
Yeah.
since the most recent podcast
Yeah.
for us to have anything interesting to say.
But we did this to make our listeners happy because I'm not going to be here next week, so you're still getting a consistent podcast.
Oh, God. You're still getting a podcast, but it's light. It's a diet podcast.
A diet podcast.
This is podcast 0. This is like, it still sort of tastes the same, but I didn't laugh. The same people were talking, but I didn't have a reaction to it.
And I probably lost a listener by not remembering who he was.
Yeah, an avid listener. Hey, I'm just
felt-
listening to you. And
No, I
you're
feel
like,
bad.
And I don't
It
know
was
his
just
name.
shocking, though. It was a little weird. Like, I wasn't expecting that. Like, it's not...
Was he a comedian? Or,
I don't think so.
No. Okay. I don't know.
I don't know if... I hope I would like him to message me if he's on social media and be like, tell me how I know him, because I hate that when someone's like, well, I know we've met, and I'm just an idiot. Like, I forget stuff all the time. I wish I could be like those people that remembers every person, every name. But
Yeah.
as soon as the name literally as soon as it goes in my ear,
How are you
the
taking
name is
orders
gone.
at restaurants? Do you have a notepad?
That's so weird. I could take 8 people's orders and I don't need a notepad.
Wow.
I don't know.
could never do that.
I don't know why I can do that, but I can't remember someone that I met, their name. Like, if I met them 2 minutes ago, I'll have forgotten their name already. And I
No.
don't. It's probably because I'm a narcissist and
Yeah.
It's probably
Oh,
because
that's
I
that
only think
typical
about
Aries
myself.
bullshit.
Typical Aries bullshit. This is the podcast called Typical Aries Bullshit.
Oh, thanks, Northern Queen.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Northern
Dottie.
Queen. Let's go to sleep.
Thanks, Jim. Let's all go to sleep.
all go to sleep.
Listen to this podcast fucking an hour before you go to bed.
Yeah, you don't need one of those apps.
It's like an edible.
Yeah,
this
it's like an
This
edible.
is a sleeping pill.
Yeah.
This is a fucking sleeping pill podcast. Don't work out to this. You'll fucking drop the weights on your foot.
Who works out to podcasts?
I think some people do.
No.
I think some people like to work out.
Well, people are talking?
Yeah, on one of like whatever, like get on the eucalyptus.
The eucalyptus. Okay, Grandpa.
What is that fucking?
Elliptical?
What is that whirly leg?
The eucalyptus.
What is that whirly-legged machine?
It's run
where
by
your legs go in a
koalas.
circle?
It's run by koalas with chlamydia.
Yeah, like one foot's up, one foot's down, and you do that.
Yeah, the elliptical.
Is it an elliptical?
No, not the
okay.
eucalyptus.
Fucking okay. I actually thought it was an elliptical tree. But I thought.
We gotta get better at like ending when we want to end, because we
Yeah,
talk about
we just
ending for about 10 minutes.
Fucking ridiculous. How long has this been anyway? 9 hours?
Just over now.
Just over.
Oh
an hour.
yeah.
We're
Shut it
we're
down.
good. Shut it down.
Stop fucking talking.
Be quiet.
It's over.
Shut the fuck up.